said, she must be a traitor. I mean, who uses the word flabbergasted? It's like saying whoops-a-daisy. And I thought, well, I say that as well.
So the first Celebrity Traitors has been a huge hit. They're saying that 1 in 4 adults in Britain have been watching. And one of the people we've been tuning in for is our very own Kate Garraway.
Hello.
Oh, my goodness. Can I say I'm absolutely hooked on this series?
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you gripped?
Yeah. In fact, I'm flabbergasted that you were banished.
I am flabbergasted. I'm constantly flabbergasted. And that's what got me into trouble.
If you were to use one word to describe your Traitors experience, what would it be?
It would be flabbergasting. It was just brilliant. The whole thing was extraordinary. I need a nice Kate Garraway whimsical word for extraordinary, don't I? Because I've got to run with this now. Now that I've been sort of crowned the nation's sort of old-fashioned vocabulary queen, I need to keep running with it and try and sneak more into the show on Smooth Radio as well.
It's good. Bring back these words.
Bring back these words. What I loved is when Tom Daley said, she must be a traitor. I mean, who uses the word flabbergasted? It's like saying whoops-a-daisy. And I thought, well, I say that as well. So, you know, maybe I just need to embrace my suspicious vocabulary.
I mean, it is such a brilliant, brilliant show with a great cast as well. But what I want to know is, how much do you actually get to hang out with your fellow faithfuls and traitors?
Oh, you spend your whole time with them. You're completely, so you have no phone, no access to internet. You don't get live radio or live television. So they don't even tell you the time of day. They remove all clocks. So you're completely in the castle. You're completely in the world of traitors for the whole time you're there. And so you're are spending a lot of time just chatting generally as, you know, people. And then you go on your missions and you have your round table and you have your breakfast of doom where you wait to find out who's been murdered. Is it you or is it someone else? So, yeah, you're completely with them all the time, which is lovely, actually. For 90% of the time, probably to my downfall, I was just chatting because it's amazing to be in that group and finding out, you know, about other people's lives was really good fun and what they got up to. And then suddenly they go, right, it's time for the round table. I think, oh, no, I know everything about you, but I don't know if you're a traitor or not because I've been talking about life, the universe and everything. So, yeah, it's very easy to get distracted with so many great characters around.
I mean, we learned quite quickly that you are a brilliant faithful, but lots of people actually were very much in doubt whether or not you were. Let's be honest now, Kate. Would you not have really wanted to be a traitor? Because that looks fun.
Well, having watched this series now, I think maybe it would be more fun. Because I was a big fan of the show anyway, when I watched the previous series with normal people in, civilians, the production team call them, I didn't think I'd want to be a traitor because it gets really tense because you're talking about life-changing amounts of money. And I don't think I would have been able to look people in the eye and lie. But the traitors, of course, I didn't know when I was in there, but watching it back, they look like they have so much fun. And I think there's been a slightly different tone to this series, which we've all loved to watch, which is there's been a lot of joy, you know, and there's been a lot of sort of like fun mischief. And you sort of know because they're all successful people in their own walks of life, that you know that they are not really evil somehow. So having watched them, I think it would be great fun to be in the turret. So yeah, maybe if I had my time again, knowing how the celebrity version of Traitors plays out, maybe I would have been. But I think I still would have found it impossible. I mean, I take my hat off to those who could look people in the eye and lie. I just know I couldn't do. And also murdering people that you really like. I mean, God, people like Lucy, who I adore, you know, she and I were genuinely terrified of going first time round, or at any point, actually. So the idea of making the decision to get rid of them, I don't know if I could have done that.
Yeah. I mean,
but it is just a game, you know, and Jonathan Ross is completely traumatised by being a traitor. He said he loved the experience of being with people and he loved being part of the show, but he did not like the lying and deception. So, yeah, maybe I was better off being a faithful.
Did you at any stage suspect Alan or Kat?
I did wonder about Kat at times. I wondered about everybody because you're trying to work out what's happening, but Alan, I thought, well, you know what? You're so much fun and you're so over the top at all times. You could be a traitor. You could be, because I didn't really agree with the theory that Kat put forward that Stephen and Jonathan were the big dogs. I thought Alan is a big dog if you're looking for people that are, super famous at the top of their game. But I don't know. I thought it was only towards the very end when I thought maybe. But the trick for being a faithful is twofold, and I think, yeah, when you're watching it, you're willing them to catch a traitor, but when you're in there, you're also trying to survive. So you're watching the people that come in very hard and say, I think you're a traitor. You're watching them around the table or when they're talking about it in the castle, and they do get murdered. So you're trying to work out who you can trust all the time to share your thoughts with.
Yeah. When you were banished, you spoke very eloquently actually about how your experience had been and how it was an opportunity for you to smile again after such a lot of, sad times in your life. So to what extent do you think that this whole experience has kickstarted a new life chapter?
Well, I think it's been a really good reset. I mean, it came along at a time when I'd felt, very enclosed. When you're caring for someone, as anybody who has done knows, you're very focused inward. It's kind of like I described it as a sort of a loving claustrophobia, really, that all your thoughts are on keeping that person alive and what to do. And then after Derek passed, you're dealing with grief and the grief of your children, which I still am, of course. But to do something which was totally involving and you were completely cut off, knowing that, the children were safe with my sister-in-law, with their aunt, was very liberating, really. And just to be able to sort of indulge in listening to people like Celia Imrie talk about her life and how she's been on her own for a long time and how she managed it was sort of really liberating to get the chance to do that. So, yeah, I was very grateful for it. So, yeah, I think it was a really useful reset. And also just to play and be silly. I mean, I spent the whole time giggling and laughing, mainly at myself, but that's good too, because, when life's been very serious, sometimes it's a real release, isn't it, to just be silly.
Absolutely. Now, what do Billy and Darcy think of it all, and what do they think of your performance in there?
Well, it's been exciting for them because the first week when I was under heat all the way through at every round table, I had to fight my corner, which made me always very defensive rather than perhaps interrogative. But they were very upset because it was between me and Nico, and of course they love Nico, big fans, and I love Nico as well. So they didn't know what to wish for them because they really wanted him to stay in, but didn't want me to go either. Darcy's main thing has been the revelation of the ridiculousness of my hats. So she called up to say, oh my God, Mum, you've been embarrassing me with your hats since primary school when you used to come and meet me wearing them. Now, at last, now the nation is telling you that they're ridiculous. Will you please stop wearing them? So that's been her leverage. Bill, when people were saying you're so overdramatic and you're a total ham, he was like, that's what I know. You drive me mad. You're like that when we go to the supermarket. Just, you don't have to talk to everyone, Mum. So they both used it as a kind of leverage to change my ways as a mother. But fundamentally, I think it's just been great fun for them to watch the series, which they love anyway, and to see their mum embarrassing them every week.
What do you think Derek would have thought of it?
I think Derek would have thought, just get in there and go for it. There was a moment very early on when we were all carrying the coffin, which later turned out to be Paloma's coffin, the first murder, to the grave. And I thought, I'm not sure I should be doing this. And I had a chat with the production team and they said, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then in the end, there was a girl team carrying one of the coffins. And they said, come on, Kate, we can't do it without you. So I thought, let me join in, because I know he would have been saying, just get stuck in and enjoy this experience, because that's what he was like with everything in life. So I think he would have thought, I'm glad, you went for it.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, you're already a household name, Kate, but doing a show like this with the viewers that it's got, have you noticed more people stopping to chat to you?
I think it's different things, isn't it? Normally it's like, we love smooth radio, or, we interested in your documentaries, or thanks for speaking out about caring. Now it's like, kids of 8 or 9 going, I'm flabbergasted and somebody's been recruited, so it's a new angle. And people just really, what I think has been lovely about this show is that we all find ourselves watching things on streaming, don't we, or on catch up. And because this has been so tense for people and they want to be part of the conversation, it feels like it's taken us all back to young and old, watching something as it plays out together. And I think there's something really special in that. It feels like it's a lovely thing to be part of. And they're already recruiting for next year. So what do you fancy, Jenny? Do you think you do it?
Oh my God, it'd be amazing.
Would you love it? Would you be a traitor or faithful?
I mean, anything. It just looks like an amazing thing to be a part of. And also you're at Ardross Castle, which is, if anyone doesn't know, it's just north of Inverness. It is absolutely stunning. What did you think of your time in Scotland?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I want to go back there where I don't feel like I'm about to be murdered at any point or banished, and just go and experience it. I had one day where they have a down day for the crew, because otherwise the poor souls literally working 24 hours a day. And we were all sort of locked in our rooms, so we didn't talk to each other off camera and conspire in a way that they couldn't film. But they then said it happened to be my birthday while I was there. So they said, oh, well, look, we've got to do something for your birthday. And one of the welfare team escorted me to the coast, to the beach. And I sat on the beach and it was just gorgeous. And
on your own?
On my own, on my own, with the welfare person watching me from afar to check I didn't talk to anybody.
Happy birthday!
I know, and I sat there and just thought about life and thought, what an incredible part of the world. So, I definitely want to go back there and experience it without the threat of murder.
Can I just ask, what time of year was it? I remember you went off to film it, but we're watching it. It looks freezing. Maybe that's just Scottish.
It was freezing.
Summer.
It was freezing outside, but also there was a lot of incredible sunshine. It was April, May, and they had some sort of unseasonal, beautiful sunshine. So it was very beautiful to be there. Cold but sunny.
I've got a little quick fire traitor round for you to do now. You ready? This is quick.
Okay, let's do it. I'll try and be
7-hour answers for each one of these.
Oh,
okay,
crikey,
here we go.
Okay.
Your favourite faithful or traitor?
Oh. I don't have favourites. They're like my children. I don't have a favourite. I think Kat's played an extraordinary game as a traitor, but who doesn't love Alan? I can't pick. I'm sorry. I love all the faithfuls. I love Lucy.
Who was the funniest?
Oh, my God. Well, actually, Lucy was hysterical, and I loved spending time with Paloma. She's just great company.
If you were to be a traitor, doing it all again, who would you want your fellow traitors to be?
Kat, I think. I mean, she's incredible. Alan, just for the laughs. And Jonathan, because he played a great game and he took the fall for his other traitors.
And who do you think will win?
Don't know. Nick and Joe M are on it. I genuinely don't know who's won. They're on it, so I'd like it to go to a faithful desperately. I think David has got a lot of heat on him, so I don't think he'll win. Kat's a brilliant traitor, and Alan, I don't know, he might sneak it. I've got a feeling.
Final question. Come on, they're going to do another one. Who do you think would be brilliant in series 2?
Well, clearly you, Jenny.
Obviously
you. Oh my gosh. I think anyone would be fantastic. Don't you think Alison Hammond would be fun?
Oh yeah,
she would be great. I'd like to see her in there. Or the GMB gang. Wouldn't we like to see Susanna Reid in there?
Oh, she'd be good too.
She'd be sleuthing, wouldn't she? So yeah, I think there's nobody that wouldn't be great in there. But there's cleverer people than me scouring the country as we speak for celebrities that want to put themselves in the castle.
Excellent. Okay, well, look, thank you. I'm going to go and search out some new words for you to add to your modern
let's do
collection.
Yes, exactly. Kate's whimsical words of wisdom, we're going to call it. And we'll do a daily one, Jenny.
I think we just need to get the magic faraway tree out and we'll find some words in there. Be fine. Thank you, Kate.
Thank you. Thank you very much.